Hey everybody, it's Tracy from Downward Dog Rising, and I'm going to give you a pre-kickboxing workout. So it's a conditioning drill to help you, like a boot camp for pre-kickboxing. So we won't do boxing or kickboxing, but we're going to do the conditioning that it requires in order to perform your best and strengthen your tendons, your ligaments, so that you don't injure yourself when you actually do the kickboxing. So if that sounds like something you'd like to work on, please join me for a workout and let's get started. So to begin, we're going to start working our core. We have to work our core big time. We have to work our obliques. We have to strengthen our back, our hips, and then we stretch afterwards. So let's start. All right, let's do some core work. So I want you to join me lying on your back on your mat. So let's start. We're going to come down to our mat. And this is not advisable if you have herniated disc or osteoporosis, because I'm going to take you into forward flexion. And if you happen to have either of those conditions and you want to join along, well then you could do a head float. Head float means this: cradle your head with your hands, float up without flexing your spine forward. So it's a smaller base motion. You would just float your head up and down, float up and down. So that would be okay. And you just tighten your abdominal wall, pull in, under, from pubic bone to navel. Stretch all the way through. 5, 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Okay, now, straight line across your 2 hip bones. We don't want them moving. Cradle your head and your neck. Turn from the side of your waistline. So you lengthen through the side of your rib cage. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Stabilize pelvis into mat. Base move. So if you have osteoporosis, you could do this one. Keep pelvis stable. So this would be your modification. You don't have to lift your legs up in the air and overload your low back or anything. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Come back center. Take your legs straight up into the air. So your legs are going to go straight. You can always keep one hand supporting head and neck. Reach, reach. Modified, float your head up, reach across. Modified, float your head up, reach across. You would just make the motion smaller. Tighten core into your back. And 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3. 2 more. Last one. Come back center. Lower down. Fold knees into tabletop. Okay, modified. Hands under hips. Extend, come in. Extend, come in. Extend, back is flat into mat. Reach, come back. Reach, come back. Reach, come back. You want to make it harder? Float up. Reach, come back. Reach, come back. Really tighten into your center. And 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, 3, 2. Last one. Reach up. Reach to the opposite side ankle. Now I gotta slide back so I don't kick the table. You're gonna lower and lift. Hold it here, hover. Lower and lift. Hover. Modify, keep head flat on mat. Really feel those ribs pull down together. And 6. And 5. Use those obliques. 4. 3. And 2. Come in. Switch. Hand behind, head and neck. Reach to opposite ankle. Scoop your core tight, lower, hover, or keep head down flat if you like. Reach, come in. Reach, come in. You don't want to reach so low that your back lifts off the mat. 7, 6, 5, 4 more. Use your core, 3 more. Keep drawing inward. 2 more. And last one. All right. Hug knees in. 5 hip openers. Around and together. 4. Around and together. 3. 2 more. Reverse. Spine is long. Head away from tailbone. 3 more. 2 more. Come in. All right. Now, you're going to lift up. From here, what I want you to do, in, out, in, back up. In, out, in, back up. In, out, in, up. And 7. Use your core. Modify, keep head down. 6 more. Back is flat. 5. 4 more. 3 more. 2. Last one. Hug in. Reach onto the thighs. Rock out. All right. Take hands back. Feel your obliques wrap. Lean back. Kick. Come in. Kick. Come in. Come in. Collarbones wide. Shoulders out of ears. And 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Come in. Roll to one hip. Think of your obliques wrapping all the way around to the center. Wring out that wet towel, sides of waistline. You're on one glute. You're on one sits bone. You just rolled onto one half of the pelvis. If you have any instability in your low back or low back pain, avoid this because you'll only make it worse by isolating one half of your pelvis. So you would stay centered evenly. Very important, all right? Otherwise, go to one hip, wrap the ribs, chest is open, collarbones wide, extend and back, extend, back. Feel like you're wringing out a wet sponge, sides of ribs. Control. And 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, 2, stay here, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, 2, come in. We're gonna roll to the other hip. If you need a little transition, a break, and you're not doing it on one glute, stabilize your lumbar back by doing a hip bridge straight up, straight down, tailbone away from breastbone. So that's your little holding pattern, your transition, as we come up and do the other side. Roll to the other hip, chest is open, you're on one sits bone, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. 7, really wring out the wet towel, sides of waist, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here for 8, and 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come in, good job. Turn to one side. Think of your bottom ribs pulling around, just wrapping all the way in. And then we're going to do a set of clams. Again, any instability in your back or pelvis, you're not going to do a clam because it might make it worse. So then you're going to open chest and shoulders. Modification, something that's always going to be good for you, would be a modified side plank and down. Up and down, that's your modification. Otherwise, you're going to stay up in the air, wrap those bottom ribs. Now, your heels come in. You're going to rotate, come back. Rotate, come back. Chest is open, those ribs wrap. Rotate up, come back. Rotate up and back. And 7, 6, 5, and 4. Tighten your core. 3, 2, hold it here. Extend, come in and down. And extend, come in and down. Extend, in, down. Extend, in, down. Otherwise, keep doing your modified side plank. You can lift and lower. And 6, 5. Use your core. 4, 3, 2 more. All right. Come in, press up. From here, thoracic spine mobility, spot right in between your two blades. You're going to open and breathe in. And then you're going to reach, thread the needle. Pilates, thread the needle, different than yoga. Thread the needle. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale, get that middle back to release. Breathing in. Exhale. And 5. And 4. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Turn around. Feet are hip distance apart. We're going to transition over to the other side. Chest is open, collarbones wide, shoulders out of your ears. You're going to lift straight up into the air. Engage inner thighs together. Engage your glutes. Drop your shoulders out of your ears. Lift and down. Tighten core, lift and down. Lift and down. Chest is open, press from armpits to palms. And 6. 5 more. Engage glutes and core. 4. 3 more. 2 more. Get those glutes, core muscles, upper body, shoulder girdle strong. Last one. Hold it here. And 10. Press hips to sky. 9. And 8. 7. Hold it here. And 6. And 5. 4. And 3. And 2. Lower down. All right. Check out those knees. Swing legs to the other side. Modified. You would lift and down. Think of your bottom obliques wrapping around you. You would lift up, lower down. You would lift up, lower down. So that's your modification if you want to make it easier. So now, modified means make motion easier. And to make it more challenging, we call it a variation. So when people say, oh, let's modify it, modify means make a movement easier. That's a pet peeve of mine. You want to modify something, you make it easier. You give different degrees of variations. Variations make it hard. Modifications make it easier. So let's make it easier. That's your modification. Now we're going to make it harder. We're going to give you a variation. So you're going to lift up, hold it here, wrap those ribs. Now you're going to go into your clam. Really wring out the wet sponge in between rib cage, hip bones, chest is open, collarbones wide. And 8, 7, get into the side of that hip and thigh. 6, using pelvic stability. 5, and your core. And 4, shoulder girdle stability. And 3, 2 more, keep your core working. Okay, we're gonna go extend, in, down. Rotate out, extend, in, down. Rotate, extend, and come down. And 7, control, chest is open. 6, blades down your back. And 5, and 4, we're conditioning. 3, for stability, so you could do kickboxing and not get hurt. 1 more. Awesome. Now, come in. Lift up. Now we're going to get the area mid-back, right in between your 2 shoulder blades. You're going to open. Thoracic spine mobility. Reach under that arm. Rotate from the area, mid-back, thoracic spine. Osteoporosis, just do a smaller rotation, not going to force anything. So limit your range of motion. Breathing in, breathing out. And 5. Exhale. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Okay, next what I want you to do, come to your hands and your knees. Now, stretch out your back. Exhale, cat. Inhale, stretch apart, cow. Exhale, inhale. Scoop your core tight to your back. Breathing in, exhale. Stretch apart, 2 more. Exhale, 1 more. Front ribs meet back ribs, spine is long. Right shoulder, right hip come closer together on one side. Stretch the whole left side of the ribs apart. Recenter. Now bring the left shoulder and hip closer together. Stretch right ribs apart. Recenter. Right shoulder, right hip, left side stretches apart. Recenter. Left shoulder, left hip, right side stretches apart. Recenter, 1 more time. Right shoulder, right hip come together. Recenter. Now left shoulder, left hip come together. And recenter. Okay, excellent. Next, what I want you to do here, I want you to lift your leg like fire hydrant. Come in, lift your abdominals up into this low part of the back without arching the back, so keep maximal length. That's arching. See that little sway right there? That's fine if you're stretching, but when you're working out, you load the spine. We don't want to have it be in an arched position while we're loading it. So make sure you feel the difference there. So now you're going to do the fire hydrant. You're going to lift the leg up, come in, lift, come in, lift, and lift. 8, 7, core tightens into your spine, and 6, 5, 4, your core is working the entire time, don't forget that. 3, 2, hold your leg here, up, 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 and 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, come in. Now, we're going to hold that leg up to the side. Here, you're going to bend and extend. Bend, extend, bend, extend. So this is the glue that's gonna hold those hips together when you do your kickboxing. Very important stuff here. Bend, extend, bend, extend. Bend, extend. Tighten the core. Bend and extend. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come in. We're gonna add on, go into your rest pose. I know it's burning. Rest pose for a couple seconds. Stretch part. Deep inhale. Back to hands and knees. Just didn't want you to get too fatigued there. You're on your hands and your knees. Take that leg out. Now extend, down, lift, down and up, down and up. 8, 7, 6, tighten your core. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Come on in. Now, you're going to sit over the right hip, stretch to the left, and get this whole right side to lengthen. Breathing in, breathing out. Stretch that whole right side. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time, breathing in, breathing out. Come up. Now, turn. Guess what we get to do? We get to start all over again. Are you ready? So, you're on your hands and your knees. Tighten your core in. Feel, here's your cow. There's an arch in my low back. Here's your cat. You're rounded. Elongate. Keep the length. Now, lift and down. 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 Tighten core to spine. 7, 6. Core is strong. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Pulse, 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 pulse. And 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Sit back. Stretch apart. Head away from tailbone. Release low back. Come back up. Now, tighten abdominal wall to low back. Leg lifts. Extend and in. Extend and in. Lengthen. Come back. Lengthen. Come back. Core strong. Out and in. Out and in. 7, 6. Core is strong. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2. Bring it in. Then we're going to extend that leg back out. We're going to lift and down. 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 5, 4, 3, 2. hold and pulse. 10 and 9 and 8, 7, 6, it burns. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2, last one. Bend in, sit back over the left hip, reach arms to the right. Maybe you'll go onto the tops of your feet. If your knees support you, you're okay. And breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, get that whole left side. Breathe out, one more. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, come back in. Now from here, what I want you to do, we're gonna come onto one side. We're gonna extend our legs out straight. I'm gonna make sure I don't kick anything, hold on. All right. So you're gonna have your shoulder. It's gonna go right over your elbow. You're gonna feel the sides of your waist stretch long. And what I want you to do here, I'm gonna go on a little diagonal. We're gonna extend, and we're gonna draw our knee and our leg together, and then we're gonna reach in a long diagonal. So you're gonna pull together, reach apart, pull together, but make sure you don't collapse this ear on the shoulder. Out, come back, reach, come back, reach, come back. Get into those side lines. Reach, come back, reach, come back. Core is strong. And 6, and 5, and 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. Good job. Okay, now we're going to take it up a notch. We're going to go down to the mat. Okay, you're on your side. Feel those obliques. Then you're going to press into the floor and lift your legs up. So you're on your side, and you're going to lift up. It's like you're going to reach and catch. Lift up. Come in. Lift up. Modified, you could be on your elbow, and then you could do a little rotation like that, lift and catch, and then come in. That's modified. Lift and catch, and then come in. You want to make it harder? Start from the floor. Just, you don't want to get caught on your mat. 6, come in. 5, come in. 4, wrap those ribs. 3, come in. 2 more, come in. And last one. Okay, stack your knees and stack your ankles. Create that length between ribs and hips. Shoulder out of ear. Push. Get into your lateral tricep head. Come back. Push up. Come in. Push up. Come in. Push up. And in. 7, 6. Really get those obliques to wrap your waistline. 5. And 4. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Then from here, swing those legs around. Come to the other side. And then come onto your forearm. So you're going to have your legs reach long. Make sure you don't collapse your shoulder. You don't want to fall like that. That would be uncomfortable later on. Trust me. Keep neck long so you don't collapse. Reach on a diagonal and then pull together. Breathe in, stretch apart now. Pull together. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. And 8. 7. Blades down your back. And 6. 5. Core is strong. And 4. And 3. 2. Last one. Next one. Keep wrapping those obliques. Lift up, catch. Come in. Lift up and catch. Come in. Here's modified. Okay, these left obliques are weaker. This is my harder side. And whether you want to believe it or not, we all have a harder side. Come on, we have a harder side. I don't think anyone's even. If you are, congratulations. We all have a stronger side most of the time. So if you achieve perfect symmetry and balance, then that's awesome. Congratulations. So let's go for that symmetry, the strength on both sides of our body. You could either be on your elbow and forearm, or you're gonna lift up and reach, come back. Lift up and reach, come back. 8. And 7. Oh, it burns. Keep going. 6. That's your endurance. In Pilates, I would never say keep going. Kickboxing is different. You need to have endurance. You need to last. 5. Lift. 4 more. If you have pain, then you stop. Like sharp sudden pain, then stop. 3. 2 more. Okay, last one. Lift up. Come in. Now, stack your knees. Stack your ankles. We got to get into our tricep, little press up. So you're going to press up. Come back. And now just think of those inner thighs pulling together so your inner thighs are active. Press up. Come back. Press up. Come back. And 7. And 6. 5. 4 more. 3 more. Knees are together. Mine were apart. Whoop, I was cheating with the hips. That means one hip was hiking. 2. And last one. It's easy to cheat. Okay. Then we're going to come up. All right. Now we're going to go into some push-ups. And you're welcome to make it harder. We're doing a full-out plank push-up. And I used to love doing those, but I just don't have it in me nowadays. I'm too weak and tired at the end of the day, so if you want to push yourself, go for it. If not, join me and modify it. Come to your knees. But I'm going to have you control and not rush through it. So, to challenge, we're going to go narrow. This is way harder. If you do this in a full plank, it's really hard because you're not using your pectorals as much. You're more in your triceps. Triceps are smaller than the pectoral muscle, so it's going to be much more difficult. You're going to go down, 2, push up, down for 2, push up, down for 2, push up, down for 2, push up, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, up, 1 and 2, up. I'm tired already. 1 and 2, up. 4 more. 1 and 2, up. 3 more. 1 and 2, up. 2 more. 1 and 2, and up. 1 more. 1, 2, up. Okay. You're either gonna sit back on your balls of your feet like that, or you're gonna go back. Tops of feet flat to mat. I don't know, that bothers my knees, so I try to avoid that way. And now stretch, opposition. Take your forehead down. Feel that upper mid back. Whew. Release. Pull those sits bones to the mat behind you. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale. Slowly, we're going to come up. Okay. Now from here, we're going to go elbows to ribs, in, and then up, back. We used to do this in a full plank. I'm not going to do it in a full plank. You can. So you're going to bring elbows in, shoulders out of ears, lift up, back. Go back, glide, elbows in, chest is open. It'll help your upward dog in yoga and your downward dog. And 6, chest is open, come back. And 5, shoulders out of ears. 4 more, elbows hug in tight, chest is open. 3 more, your core is strong. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more. Sit back, hips over heels, elbows to ribs, chest is open. Okay, we're going to do 1 more. Breathing in, breathing out, and lift. Now you're going to lift your feet off the floor. Now you're in your upward dog. Stretch for a second. Thighs are active, shoulders out of the ears. Scoop your abdominal wall of your spine. Awesome. Gently come back in. All right. We're going to turn. We're going to do a little butterfly stretch. So you're going to bring soles of feet together. And then this is a nice hip opener. We always have butterfly stretches in martial arts class. No matter what you do, we always do butterflies. Then you just hold it. And stretch forward. So just hip hinging. Almost done. But this is what we need to do. This is what we do. We do conditioning drills at the beginning and end in martial arts classes. And everything in between, you're punching and you're kicking. We're working on your forearms. So that's how it's done. It's about discipline, dedication, hard work. No shortcuts. You have to do the work. So you're going to come back up. You're going to take one leg out. You're going to take the other leg out. And then we're going to go to one side without unweighting that hip. We're just going to start to stretch over that leg. So we always end with a little flexibility work. What you can do, reach to the outside of your ankle, reach overhead, come up, reach overhead, come up. Bodhidharma is a monk that went from India to the Shaolin Temple in China, and he taught the monks how to do Kung Fu to defend the temple. So, yoga is definitely related to Kung Fu, whether you know it or not. 4, 3, 2, the Shaolin sequence at the Shaolin Temple. It actually, the warm-up in Kung Fu is actually yoga asanas I discovered during Kung Fu class. Pretty cool stuff, huh? Come all the way up. Turn. stretch to the other side. You'll always know when one side's tighter because you'll be kind of inhibited. Stretch spine long, being careful not to let that hip come with you. Feel length in spine. Yin and yang. Balance. Knowing which one to apply in which moment. One more deep inhale. Slowly we're going to come up. We're going to switch our arm to the inside of our thigh. And now we're going to stretch up and over. Come back. Up and over. Come back. Up and over. Come back. Up and to the side. Come back. All the oblique work in our class today warmed up our sides so we could stretch a little deeper. Have you noticed that? 4 and 3 and 2. Warmed up the right muscles. And last one. Slowly coming back up. This time, think of your knees facing up to the ceiling. You're going to flex your feet and just walk it forward. And we're going to feel a stretch in those inner thighs, groin muscles. Maybe you'll come to your elbows. If you needed to sit on a yoga block, you could. You could even bring a rolled up blanket underneath you. Roll it up into 4. Make a big square out of your blanket. Just let those inner thighs, adductors release. Sinking into the bottom of your pelvis. In martial arts, you might see someone jump up into the air, kick their legs straight out like that, and then they reach their arms out like that. Do what you can without force. Breathing in, breathing out. Spine is on. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And one more deep inhale. And slowly we're going to rise up. Awesome. Squeeze your feet together. And then I'm going to have you just do like a little quad stretch. So what you do, you just bend the knee in, pull it back, bend in, pull back, bend in to stretch out your quad, pull it back, bend, pull it back. One more, pull it back. Switch. Grab your other ankle, bend your knee in, pull it back, get into the front of your hip, thigh, your quad, pull it back. Just trying to balance out front and back thigh, pull it back, breathe in, and pull it back. Awesome. 3, pull it back, and 2, last one. Breathe in and exhale. Awesome. All right. So we're going to sit. Rather than sit on my knees, I'm going to modify it a baby bit. I'm going to stick a yoga block like that. So then there's less pressure into my kneecaps. And then We take our arms straight up into the air, and then we're just gonna bring our hands to the mat for a second and hold here and breathe. One more deep inhale. Slowly make your way up. You won't need to block anymore. Maybe sit with your legs crossed in Sukhasana. And then I'm going to have you just take your arms, interlace your fingers, just stretch straight up to the sky. Breathing in, breathing out. Take your hands in, right in front of you. Press your shoulder blades apart in your middle back. Breathing in, breathing out. Get a stretch through that upper mid back. And gently come in, little neck stretch. Avoid pulling hard or anything. Move in a tiny little increment. Just stretch side of neck. Just relax the whole side of your shoulder, the whole side of your neck. If you're okay with this motion here in your cervical spine, your neck's fine, you can turn and look under bent elbow, armpit, side. Come back center. Release. Take your other hand to the other side. Forgot where I was. Here we go. Feel this whole side lengthen. Just move in small increments whenever you're dealing with your neck, your cervical spine. You never push or force. You just tiny motions. See where you're at. If you're okay with it, then you go further. Slowly come back center. And this concludes our pre-kickboxing workout, our martial arts style workout for this evening or morning day, whatever time you're here joining me for the workout. Take a deep inhale. Just feel grateful, feel peaceful and blessed that you took time out for yourself today. Preparing your body, conditioning drill for martial arts. Thank you so much. It'll help your concentration, it'll help your focus, help you feel centered and grounded. All positive aspects of martial arts. Peace, everybody. Join me again. Take care. Bye.